What is up, guys? It's your favorite owl, Eagle here. Boys, we haven't done just review of an album in a while, so Word Alive, we're doing it because I got sent the album like a month and a half early because I got to review it, and it's on the internet somewhere. My review, you guys, if you want to, you can check it out somewhere on the internet. It'll be out there, but like, yeah, so. Instead of me doing a full-on reaction and review, we're just going to do review because I've listened to the album. I can't do first listen because they wanted that review out right away. So instead, we're going to go track by track, let you know what my favorite tracks are and dive deep into it a bit more. So you get a full first-hand kind of thing, So, without further ado, let's get into it. The Word Alive review. I'm begging for a better way. First track, Monomania. Flawless track. It's a great track to give the new sound of Word Alive. I think if you're a person that hasn't dived into Word Alive in a while, this is the first track to the album that I think is solid for Word Alive. No Way Out. I was not too keen on this one because it was like kind of repetitive in a sense, so that's why I'm like, eh. But at the same time, it was a good track. I don't know what to say. It's an okay track to the album. Check it out. There's something we lack. It tears us apart. Searching for Glory. It's a good track. It's a good track to the album. I like the acoustic guitar in the song. It's a really nice acoustic guitar at the end of the song. Ties it in nicely. I think that's my personal opinion. But yeah. Another Year in the Shadows. That one was a different vocal range for Telly in this track, and I liked it. I very liked his vocal range. He messed with it a lot. Instrumentals, the instrumental backtracking for this track is really good. It's pretty good. Greatest Almost. This track almost kind of felt like a filler, but it's good. That's the weird part. It's like a really good track, but I haven't listened to the album for like a good month, and then I listened to it yesterday, and I'm like, yeah, it's a really good track. Honestly, it's a really good track, but to me, it's still kind of like a filler track, and the same thing with the next one. Thank you. Thank you. The next three tracks are kind of like the Dark Matter era, in a sense, with Word Alive. It's interesting, but you get what you get. Thank You is... I remember Telly saying it's a thank you to the fans, I think. That's what he said for this track. So, it's good. It does bring out Telly's vocal range, his screams, kind of like Dark Matter vibes, and I like the track. It's good, but it does get repetitive. I don't know, in a sense, but not. I don't know. I got it stuck in my head the odd time, but I'm like, I don't want it stuck in my head because I'm like, oh, this track's coming up, And it's just like, you play it so much, after a while, it's just like, Doesn't make it okay, you won't go away, and I'm afraid that I'm not better. Numb Love or Misery 2. So, this track, when I first listened to it, I got goosebumps in the beginning. The first portion of Telly's vocals, that gave me goosebumps. The instrumental is great for the song. The vocals amazing in this track. I love the drums actually a lot in this track. Like this, I think track was the most I liked for the drums. The electronics I didn't think needed to be in this track, and I really stressed that it didn't need to be Misery 2. Like they call it Numb Love Misery 2. I think this track didn't need to be called Misery 2. I think they just wanted to put the name out so they get more traction with the track. No idea, but Numb Love would have been great just as it is. But is it worthy as a Misery 2? I don't think so. It's a good track, but I think this might be the top 3 tracks I love on the album. I'll go stress that in the end of the review. K.F. I forget who Telly said about this, but K.F is for one of his friends that died in the music industry. I forget who, but it's a good song. It gave me goosebumps. Some really hard screams from Telly. It's an enjoyable track, good instrumentals. The last 3 tracks that gave a lot of dark matter vibes. This one did especially.
Baby, I'm running from myself, but blaming someone else.
Bring Your World Down. Oh, when this track first came out, I love this track. I played that for like a good solid couple days. The odd day I do listen to that quite a bit. And it's a solid track. It's a really solid track. For a new sounding of The Word Alive, I think this is your best bet for a track to listen to for The Word Alive. If you're trying to get into the band, listen to this track, I think. Comfort in Chaos. I love the outro for this song. It was an interesting outro. Instrumental's great. Vocals are good. Nothing bad to say about it. Like, really, this album is more like, it's a good album to listen through, you know? I'm Sorry You're Not Sorry Now. I think this is the only song that I didn't really care for on the album. Because it sounds like something off of Violent Noise. And it's like, you're out of that era, in a sense. You want to go into a new era. You guys do go back into the Violent Noise era a bit. You do want to play some tracks off of that, but at the same time, it's just like, you're on a new era. Get off that era. But at the same time, they still go back to the Dark Matter era, and they still play songs off of that. And it's just like, yo, go into the new era, you know? But like, yeah, I'm Sorry You're Not Sorry Now. It's really repetitive. It sounds like sounds like a B-side to Violent Noise. That's all it is. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. Who knows? It's an okay track. I'm not going to be listening to it. That's the thing. Death is only the end if you assume the story is about you. That's a long track name. Telly's vocals at the end surprised me for this track. It was a good track. It is what it is. That's the track. It's a good track. What are my thoughts about this album? There's this album was good. It was a good listen through. It's a good listen through from front to back. I think if you're a person that likes doing that for albums, it's probably one of the best that you'll listen to one of these days. And pretty much a lot of the tracks do sound the same. I'm saying that. Yeah. Unlike the last, I think they have been stressing. They want to change up the albums. They want to change the sound for all the albums and everything. It's different. It is different from each album for sure. After Real, they wanted to change up the album sounds or songs, how they sound like and everything. For sure, this sounds like this kind of what they're doing, but Odd Track sounds the same from this album, though. That's the thing. The only thing I would say that's different, really, no, actually. A lot of the tracks sound the same, so it's okay, cool. A lot of tracks sound the same. But other than that, there's some good hangbang tunes, good mosh pit kind of stuff that they have on here. The singles hold up pretty well. It's the first 2 singles, I think, Monomania, Burning Your World Down, I think hold up pretty well. The other 2 singles that they just dropped recently, But as for the album, it's just more of a what if they really went, I don't know. They didn't give really a satisfaction, I think, for fans for this album. It was just, I think, I don't want to say slapped together. It wasn't. They really did dive deep into this. It's a good album. It's just, I don't know. It's something that I think the fans wanted more of, you know? It's more of a what if, you know? It's a good record. My favorite tracks would be Burn Your World Down, Monomania, Numb Love, K.F, and maybe Greatest Almost, I'll say now, because I've listened to that a couple more times. But yeah, that's about it, guys. Hope you enjoy this. I'm more curious about Telly's solo project. He hasn't really mentioned much about that. He did say it's pretty much mixed the last time that I know. Mixing and tracking was pretty much almost done. So I don't know if that's going to be out this year or next year. Who knows? No idea. I know he has some features for this solo album, I think. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. But I'm really curious about that. Let me know what you guys think of this review. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about The Word Alive Monomania. And I hope to see you guys in the next one. The Word Alive, tour Western Canada. Don't do Montreal and don't do Toronto. Do actually Western Canada. Winnipeg, Saskatchewan, Alberta, and BC. That's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. Comment, subscribe. All awesome stuff. Hope you guys enjoy the review. And if Word Alive, any of you guys are watching this, drummer, guitar player, bass, telly, and all the other guys, hope you guys enjoy this review. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.